Check out the number of flies we have. Is this all we have? Nope. We have tons. The guides went absolutely nuts when they saw all these. Everyone took pictures, and Todd's weren't even here. Here's the next type of fish we caught. These are called chum salmon. And these were pretty well spent by the time we were there. They actually were coming up the rivers the month before. There were still some good ones, and we all managed to catch some. They're very colorful. They fight well. They probably fight a lot better earlier in their run, but still very, very enjoyable to see. Check out Yogi. These guys are everywhere. We didn't see very many, fortunately, but any place you could, we saw tracks. So it doesn't matter where you could walk right along the water, there were bear tracks, also some wolf tracks. So that was kind of interesting. Here's Yogi's bed. We saw this where the Salmon River emptied into the Aniak. Behind there happens to be a huge highway where the bear would come in and out. I guess, it would take us a little siesta there during the day. I couldn't resist laying down. I laid down in this thing, and we are talking major smell. If we had smell-o-vision, you could really appreciate. I even had to change my clothes after this one. That's how bad it smelled. Here's Jim with a really, really neat cast, but right where he's standing that particular night, Yogi and the buddies came out right on that point. It was a big bear and a little bear came out to witness what was going on. Here is a bear that we saw while fishing. I didn't realize it, but I was in the raft. I had a fish on. And it was right after this picture was taken. Brandon says to me as my fish is on and the guys are yelling behind, if that bear takes one step into the water, cut your line. That's me with right now with a fish on. We were a little nervous. But fortunately, the bear went back into the woods. And I think what happened when the bear saw me, I scared something out of the bear. I wonder what. Here's the next type of salmon we caught. These are called sockeyes, and they are just pretty as can be. Here's a small one. You can see the hump back, and as we go through, you'll see a much larger ones. Funny where they would be in pods, and some of them would eat anything you threw out. Others, the entire pod could care less, wouldn't eat a thing. These guys probably can get to be 10 pounds. Look at this thing. And they're going to hit articulated leeches. The next one Art has is just as big. Really, really neat. They fight like a Mack truck. They're just tough to get in, but just super pretty. One thing we did, we would always be eating lunch on the stream. We'd pull over, they'd make a really neat stop, they'd have a table, make great lunches, put on the feed bag, no problems. We thoroughly enjoyed the lunches. Now, the next kind of salmon we caught were king salmon. And these guys came up about a month ago. There were still a few around, and they're huge, super duper red, really, really pretty as well. These guys are Arctic grayling, cannot be prettier. They eat anything you throw at them. I thought they were really going to be neat, but anything in the water, in, on, near the water, they're eating. They are hungry. Here it is with a little mousy. First thing the guides did when we made camp for the night was dig a pit for the latrine. And here's some of the shots that we have of our little latrine. A little nervous that Yogi might come around at night, but never did. So just in case you're interested in looking. These guys are Arctic char. We caught tons of them. They're really, really good to eat. They eat about anything. Right where I'm standing there, Todd might have caught 25, 30 fish right there. I caught about 25 fish in one spot. Gigantically gorgeous. You can see the relationship to the brook trout. Just pretty as can be. Here's Gary with a Arctic char on. Hugh is taking the picture, and you'll see he's going to go underwater. Pretty neat shot. Usually around